Hey there, everybody. It's Angelo. It's currently 10:15, so I apologize if I sound a little tired when filming this video. Gonna try to, as always, make this short and sweet. Try to do a rough one cut video. Um, and then with that being said, really just get into it. Had an interesting day. Looking to tell you guys a little bit more about it. But with that being said, if you could do me a huge favor, like subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all the good stuff. Really helps the channel out. Lets me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and you can always tell me what you guys are looking for. And like I said, with that being said, gonna really just get into today, work, what I expected, what happened that was so different. The first thing was what was I expecting? I was ready to work outside, made sure to wear plenty of layers, my best jeans for cold weather, nice heavy duty socks, and then when we went to the job site, I was fortunate that what I was wearing was enough. I brought an extra shirt and an extra long sleeve shirt just in case it got cooler or it got wet and it needed to change anything. And at the job site, the first job site, I should say, we went there. We're trying to figure out what the issue was. Found an issue. What happened was a breaker was tripped and we reset it. It tripped again right on site, basically. So within a few seconds of resetting and then turning the power back on to that breaker, it popped again. And then I think we reset it one more time and it stayed. Didn't trip, didn't fail. And um, that kind of put us in a situation where we weren't able to work on the specific job that we were being asked to fix because we were in a community and they have walkway lights, and what happened was is past a certain point a different photocell controls those lights. If you don't know what a photocell is, it's a little, it can look like a little square or a little cone, or sometimes they're built into fixtures. It's just sensitive to whether it's light or dark out. When it's dark out, it puts the signal to turn the lights on. That's basically it. So we found power on the photocell, was consistent power. There wasn't like a loose connection or anything, and we couldn't figure out what was wrong. So what happened was is we had to leave the job. Unfortunately, we were expecting to be there for a couple of hours, and I think we were there for maybe for lucky an hour and a half. And really, all I did other than that was light checks to see if the lights had to be replaced in any with any units. And then afterwards, we moved on to another job that was somewhat nearby, not exactly next door, but pretty close by. We were out in Sag Harbor, and I'm not. I think this was in Watermill or a neighboring town, towards the east end of the island. But we we went over what we were supposed to be doing was putting in three de-icers. Um, I know they come in all shapes and sizes. These ones are a little bit smaller than like a Home Depot bucket, if that makes a sense. And then they have a cage at the top where the blade spins. And there was three. We were getting ready to install the third. Just so happened to be that when we were installing the third on their dock, of course, we go to test it before we put it in, and it doesn't work, doesn't run. For some reason, it seems that even with power going to the motor itself and then the blade, the rotor that attaches to the blade was seizing up. And when we would try to get it to turn, we were trying to manually turn it to see if we could break up a little bit of the gunk or whatever may have frozen the motor itself, and it doesn't want to spin. Usually they spin pretty easily with, the rotation of a finger. This one was, really putting some force into it, and it was to no avail. So we were only able to put two in. That cut the job short significantly because we didn't have to run another extension cord, and as well as we didn't have to safety off a bunch of wire and zip tie in a bunch of places to keep it from unfastening or somebody tripping on the wires at the dock site. So I know my voice just went up. I'm like losing my voice almost. I wouldn't say losing my voice, but my voice is throat's getting a little dry. Um, so I mean, it wasn't what we expected. It wasn't a full day's work, but it was something. Um, you know, we do our best when you do what you can. If you're grateful that I got any work in general. When I was thinking that I was gonna be struggling to find any work, but it seems like I've been called to work a couple of times recently, and I'm hoping that that stays consistent. As I could always use a little bit extra funds. Right now, who couldn't? Um, with that being said, um, you know, the rest of the day we spent at home, and then we put some Christmas lights up last minute, earlier before dinner, or actually a little bit right after dinner, I should say, not before dinner. But we did Christmas lights, and then my dad wanted to run more stuff when I went back inside, and he did a couple of the windows. But with that being said, keep fighting, keep pushing. If you really want to make a difference and you feel that you have a challenge that you're trying to overcome, you can overcome that challenge. Keep pushing. Don't give up. There are people that have overcome tremendous obstacles to do great things, and you can be one of those people. Like I said, keep fighting the good fight. Don't give up. Keep fighting. Keep pushing. I'm going to keep fighting and keep pushing for the goals that I want to achieve. So do it with me. And I will talk to you all very soon. Have a good rest of your day.